This is you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You swore to protect and serve, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you protect and serve by turning your ring and then bringing your fist back?
I did not want to lose my ring.
You didn't want to lose your ring?
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have nothing further.
Have you ever had to tell someone to move?
Objection, Your Honor.
I can impeach my own witness.
Are you taught in your training experience to go 0 to 100?
A taser would not be 100.
Find my client not guilty because Deputy Patterson is a bully and a jerk.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. Over the past 2 years, I've covered the story of Hugh Janis and his encounter with Deputy Travis Patterson during a bank robbery in Tillamook, Oregon. The case recently went to trial, and today, we get to listen in on witness testimony and the verdict, plus an extremely rare set of circumstances that occurred afterwards. The trial was over 4 hours long, but I have removed large portions of it to show the most important moments. However, I have linked the entire court audio in the comments and description. There you can also find links to my previous videos about this incident. But before we hear our first witness, here is a 2-minute breakdown of the encounter.
Move! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
In September of 2024, Hugh was filming the scene of a bank robbery from behind a police barricade, about a block away. Standing nearby was rookie Deputy Travis Patterson, who had been hired just 6 months prior and was likely on scene of his first bank robbery. At his barricade, several members of the public were also recording the scene from the same distance, but were standing in the middle of the street. Hugh, on the other hand, stayed on the sidewalk with his body tucked securely behind cover. But despite his distance, Deputy Patterson turned his attention towards Hugh, just as he began recording.
Ow! What is your name? Move! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Get behind
Don't
the
touch
fucking
me!
vehicle!
Don't punch your punches!
Move!
What's your
You're
name?
gonna go arrested.
What's your name?
Travis Patterson, Deputy 211. Get
Not
behind the
anymore.
vehicle. Get behind the vehicle.
Not anymore, Travis.
Stop.
Hey, you lay your hands off me, Travis.
Stop.
Lay your hands off me.
211, I need cover.
You
Stop.
don't touch
Stop. Stop.
me.
Stop it.
You
Give me your other
I'm
hand.
behind your
You are
police
under
line.
arrest. Give me your other hand.
What am I under arrest for?
Interfering. Turn around.
Interfering what?
Turn around. Do it now.
I have our
Turn around. Turn around.
As Deputy Patterson's tunnel vision altered his judgment, Oregon State Trooper Jace Hughesby stepped in to remove the deputy, allowing Hugh to leave.
Turn around.
Travis, let it go.
Let it go. I'm behind the police line. Travis, by the way.
Be behind the truck.
Yeah, by the way, Travis, you're losing your job over this. I'm guaranteeing it.
On the day this case went to court, the jury selection portion took almost as long as the entire trial itself, because most of the potential jurors had seen my videos, or videos that Hugh had posted to his Facebook page.
Who else have had seen social media clips about this incident?
Oh my goodness.
There we go. That's... Your Honor, can we approach first?
Sure. Other hands in the box who watched video of the bank robbery on social media. Yes, sir? Okay, you're good to go. Thank you. I'm getting worried now.
But once a jury was chosen, Deputy Travis Patterson was the first to be called to the stand.
Can you tell us your name, please, and then spell your last name only?
Deputy Travis Patterson, Patterson.
Mr. Dietrich.
Hi, Deputy Patterson. I wish you a good afternoon. A few questions about the Wells Fargo bank robbery. Do you remember that day?
Yes, sir.
I believe that was on September 13th of 2024.
Yes, sir.
Do you know around what time of day it was?
I believe around noon, 1 o'clock, but I'm not sure.
Okay, and how was the weather?
Sunny.
Okay. And when you got there, were you given instructions about where to post or where to set up?
Yes, sir.
And where did you post up at?
I believe it was on 3rd Street near Safeway and U.S. Bank.
Would you enjoy a board where you can write it out?
Sure.
Okay. So why don't you tell us where is Wells Fargo in this scenario?
I'm gonna try to draw as less crudely as I can. That's Safeway, 3rd Street. That's Wells Fargo.
And where was your vehicle? Maybe use a different color for vehicles.
believe somewhere around here, and then there was another vehicle here.
Okay. And so that's your zone?
Yes, sir.
So, Deputy Patterson, why don't you tell us how long you've been on law enforcement, or in, I want to say, is this your first employment as an officer? Or?
Yes. I was hired June of 23.
And that's with the Tillamook County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir.
What kind of, I guess, law enforcement, if any, did you have prior to that?
I worked security for the courthouse before.
Okay, how long did you do that?
I believe 2 or 3 years.
So on this day, you were posted up, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What was your function that day?
So I was maintaining long cover of the entrance of the bank with a rifle.
And what's the purpose in long cover?
So I was to maintain security and make sure that whoever was inside the bank wasn't exiting the bank or creating a public danger.
Okay. Do you know a Jeffrey Hall?
I do now, sir.
Did you not know him prior to this?
Correct.
Correct.
I did not know him prior.
Is he in the courtroom today, do you know?
Yes, sir.
Could you point him out and describe what he's wearing?
He's wearing a gray shirt and dark pants.
So the defendant was the individual you had some issue with, I guess, of some sort on September 13th?
Yes, sir.
And that's here at the bank in Tillamook. Is that in Tillamook County?
Yes, sir.
So what exactly occurred that made you concerned about this particular individual?
So on the diagram, I was stationed behind my vehicle facing the entrance of the bank. I had a group of people who were standing behind me, and I'd asked them to move. Where we were, if someone were to exit the bank and start firing, I would have been most likely in the line of fire. My main concern was the safety of people behind me, and also scene security. Anyone who's outside the bank could possibly be involved with anything happening inside the bank.
And the other people, what did you tell them?
I asked them to move further away and behind a set of vehicles that were behind me.
Okay, and did they move so, or?
Yes, sir.
Did you ask the defendant, Mr. Hall, to move?
I did.
Okay, and did he move?
No, sir.
Okay. I have what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1. It's Deputy Patterson's body cam. I believe this is the one.
Any objection to States 1?
No.
States 1 is admitted.
Move to publish?
Yes, you can publish.
Okay. And Deputy, as we're watching this, I noticed there's no sound. How come there's no sound?
It takes about 30 seconds after activation of the body camera for sound to come on.
We got it.
When are you gonna go arrested? What's your name? Patterson, Deputy 211. Not anymore. Get behind the vehicle. Not anymore, Travis. Stop. Stop. 211, is you covered? Stop. 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 Stop it. Give me your other hand. You are under arrest. Give me your other hand. I'm not under arrest warrant. Interfering. Interfering what? Turn around. Do it now. I have our turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
Is that from your body cam?
Yes, sir.
I heard you say something about 211 over your comm.
Yes, sir.
And what is 211?
That is my radio number.
Right. What were you yelling 211 on?
I'm sorry?
Why were you yelling 211 on the comm?
I was trying to get assistance from other officers.
Okay. When you came up to Mr. Hall, I was curious, could you answer Was there any physical contact between the two of you?
Only after I had attempted to move him.
And what did he do when you attempted to move him?
He pulled away from me.
Okay, what else did you do?
I tried to move him behind another vehicle.
Okay, and then how did he respond to that?
By pulling away from me and pushing against me.
And then from there, what happened?
I believe I got him closer to the vehicle, away from an area in which I wanted to remove him from, and he pulled out of my grasp and spun to face me.
Okay, and then after he spun to face you, what actions did you take?
I drew my taser and took it off safe and placed it against his chest, but I did not activate the taser.
And then after that, what occurred?
OSP Trooper Jace Hughesby arrived on scene to help.
To help?
Mm-hmm.
And after he arrived, what occurred?
We were informed, or he informed me that a team was being ready to enter the bank, and he separated Mr. Hall from myself. I went back to my cover position, and Mr. Hall left the scene.
Okay. Is that just what you're assuming, or do you recall what he specifically told you, though?
Either let it go.
Objection. Who?
Who are we talking about?
Trooper Hughesby, you mentioned he said something.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
He already answered it.
That doesn't make it not hearsay. I didn't hear the whole thing. So the question is, say it again.
Well, he said Trooper Hughesby said something, and there wasn't an objection, so I was clarification of, are you sure that's what you heard from Hughesby?
I'm going to object hearsay.
And the purpose of the statement?
I guess clarification of exactly what he heard.
Sustained.
So at that point, I guess after Hughesby runs off, what do you do next?
I take position behind my vehicle again and maintain cover of the bank.
Okay. And how long after you get back to your vehicle did they breach into the bank?
It was immediate.
Okay. And were you in full uniform that day?
Yes, sir.
With your badge?
Yes, sir.
And your vehicle, did it display law enforcement insignia?
Yes, sir.
At any time did Mr. Hall, the defendant, did he notify you or apprise you that he was press?
I believe he made a statement saying that he was a member of the press.
Okay. Did you personally see any press badge or anything like that?
No, sir.
Would that have changed your assessment of what you did?
Maybe slightly, but I still don't know who he is in that time.
At this time, Your Honor, I'd like to move State's, I guess, agreed upon, State's Exhibit 2, which was the defendant's camera, which he had on his person at the time.
Stage 2 is a physical camera?
It's like a body
video.
cam. It's like body cam.
So video, so stage 2 is video and you object?
Oh, no.
Okay, stage 2 is admitted. You want to publish, you can?
Yes, Your Honor, move to publish.
Ow! What is your name? Move! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Get behind
Don't
the
touch
fucking
me!
vehicle!
Don't punch your punches! What's your
You're
name?
gonna go arrested.
What's your name?
Travis Patterson, Deputy 211.
Not anymore.
Get behind the vehicle.
Not anymore, Travis.
Stop.
Hey, you lay your hands off me, Travis.
Stop.
Lay your hands off me.
211, I need cover.
You
Stop.
don't touch
Stop. Stop.
me.
Stop it.
You,
Give me your other
I'm
hand.
behind your
You're
police
under
line.
arrest. Give me your other hand.
What am I under arrest for?
Interfering. Turn
Turn
around.
Interfering what?
Turn around. Do it now.
I have our condition.
Turn
if
around.
you
Turn
tase me.
around. Turn around.
Travis, let it go. Let it go. I'm behind the police line. Travis, by the way.
Behind the truck.
Yeah, by the way, Travis, you're losing your job over this. I'm guaranteeing it.
Did you personally see other people in areas of concern?
No, sir.
Were there other people like on bikes or walking around closer to the bank?
Not within where I could see, and not directly behind me.
So from your perspective, The only person you had concerns with then? You're saying there was no other concerns, is that what you're saying?
Correct, sir.
Except for Mr. Hall?
Yes, sir.
Deputy Patterson just testified that Hugh Janis was the only person that he was worried about, but less than 15 minutes prior, during this same line of questioning, he referred to a group of people that he had moved back.
I was stationed behind my vehicle facing the entrance of the bank. I had a group of people who were standing behind me, and I'd asked them to move.
When you drove, when you drew on the map there, what was your field of fire?
So, do you want me to draw?
Yeah, why don't you draw your field of fire? What's your vantage point? What are you seeing? Do it in like a green or a different color. Is that within the scopes though? Your periphery?
Mm-hmm. It's not exactly to scale, but...
Nothing further.
Ms. Long?
Thank you. First of all, you were hired in June of 2023.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and after your hiring date, what did you do?
I was partnered with an FTO and was on field training officer.
I understand that, but did you go to DPSST?
Yes, ma'am.
For how long?
16 weeks.
16 weeks. So how long were you? June, July, August, September?
So I was employed under an FTEP program until October, and I graduated in March.
March of?
24, I believe.
So March of 2024 is when you graduated from DPSST, correct? And that's the Department
of Public Safety Standards and Training, yes.
Okay, so you come back and you're under the supervision of a field training officer for how long?
I believe until June.
June of 2024. Mm-hmm. So you're on your own as a patrol deputy beginning July of 2024?
Sounds correct, yes.
So you have been, let's say, 73 days, right? About 73 days that you're on your own.
Sounds right.
Okay. 73 days as a deputy. So we saw States 1. When you pull up and you turn and you approach my client, now he's at a brick building, correct?
Yes.
And he's actually within basically a brick doorway, correct? And brick is a pretty good kind of safe place to be in regards to if bullets are coming.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's about, I'd say, between 20 and 30 feet from you, correct?
Probably a little less than that, maybe 15.
Okay. And just a little catty corner from that is a red vehicle. We see the back of it, and there's civilians there. Okay?
Just
and
a
then you have to say
Deputy
yes
Patterson,
or no.
can you do yes or no, just because the recording?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So just a few feet from where my client is are civilians near a red vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so just a few feet separate my client who's safely in a doorway of a brick building, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And civilians exposed by a red vehicle, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you immediately go aggressively towards my client, correct?
No, I did not immediately go aggressively towards your client.
Okay. Well, did you see a different video than we saw?
No, but I was there before the recording started.
Okay, so but from what we saw, the evidence that we are looking at, you go up to my client, you tell him to leave his safe, what you just testified to was a safe spot, correct?
Behind brick, yes.
Okay, you tell him to leave that area, correct?
Yes.
Which would have put him in an unsafe area, correct?
No.
Well, let's back this up for a minute.
Okay.
Okay? Wells Fargo is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Line of fire
Yes, ma'am.
we can agree that Philip Reese was in this Wells Fargo bank, correct?
If that was the name of the person inside the bank, then yes.
Okay, well, let me back up. The attempted bank robber was in Wells Fargo, correct?
Yes.
At that time, you did not know whether or not this person was armed, correct?
Correct.
What you did know, what you did testify to, that a line of fire from Wells Fargo, you drew it green, is right down this way, correct?
Correct.
And the red vehicle is like right here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you mind if I marked it with pink?
No, go ahead.
So if my client is safely in an area right here, let's say in a brick doorway, correct?
Mm-hmm.
To leave that safety and go behind this red vehicle, he would have to expose himself, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? And if a bullet was coming, he would be exposed to that bullet, correct?
Not with my engine block, the building on the corner, and then myself directly in front of him wearing a ballistic vest, then no.
Once again, Deputy Patterson contradicts himself. Just seconds earlier, he admitted that if Hugh stepped away from the cover and concealment of the brick building, he'd be exposed, out in the open. But the moment that admission makes it clear that Mr. Janus was placed in danger, suddenly the story changes. Now we're supposed to believe that somehow, no matter where Hugh moved, the deputy and his engine block created some kind of invisible shield, perfectly positioned at all times between Hugh and this alleged shooter.
And if a bullet was coming, he would be exposed to that bullet, correct?
Not with my engine block, the building on the corner, and then myself directly in front of him wearing a ballistic vest, then no.
Okay. But you do agree that my client was in a safe place?
Safe for himself in the corner? Yes.
Thank you. My client, and we saw in the video, reacted to you laying hands on him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he reacted to you putting a taser to his chest, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so would you agree that you accelerated the situation, correct?
Not with the taser, no.
Okay. Are you taught in your training experience to go 0 to 100?
A taser would not be 100.
Okay, but let's put this into perspective. You had a rifle, correct?
Correct.
You had a sidearm, correct?
Correct.
You had a taser, correct?
Correct.
You laid your hands on my client, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You removed him from the safe place that he was, correct?
From the place that he would have been safe from gunfire, yes.
Okay. And so you caused his reaction, correct?
I caused some of his reaction, yes.
Defendants 102. Would I move to enter?
102, no objection?
No, Your Honor.
102 is admitted?
And permission to publish?
Yes.
This is you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you became an officer, you swore to protect and serve, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you protect and serve by turning your ring and then bringing your fist back?
I did not want to lose my ring.
You didn't want to lose your ring?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have nothing further.
You're welcome.
Redirect?
Oh, yes, sure. Deputy Patterson, how come you didn't use more force?
I was hesitant in using force.
You told him to move, didn't you?
I did.
And he didn't move.
Correct.
And then you told him again and he didn't move.
That is correct.
How many times did you tell him?
I'm unsure.
And then you went up and you, pushed chest like little third graders? Why didn't you just use force right off?
I did not feel comfortable using an amount of force. I just wanted him to move from the...
Is that because you haven't been in law enforcement very long? You don't know how to do a job?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained?
Just curious why you didn't use appropriate force.
I did not want to manhandle him. I did not want to hurt him.
Well, why didn't you just pull a taser and not tase him?
And I did not want to hurt him. I did everything I could to try to stop him from receiving an injury from my actions.
Your Honor, nothing further, but I would like to mark as a demonstrative aid to this nice artwork that we've created.
Do you need a sticker?
I got it.
Okay. Are you done with questions?
Yes, sir.
Anything else for Deputy Patterson?
No.
Thank you. You're good to go. Ready for the next witness?
I am.
Ms. Long, you ready?
Yeah.
Next witness, please.
Sergeant Troy Jackson.
Come on forward around the table and stop and raise your right hand, please.
Under penalty of perjury, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Good afternoon, Sergeant Jackson. How long you been an officer?
I've been with the Tillamook County Sheriff's Office 25 years with a couple of short breaks.
Okay. So this is all about the September 13th, 2024 around Wells Fargo, the bank. You aware of why you're here?
Yes.
Okay. Did you meet up with Mr. Hall, the defendant here,
Yes.
to discuss his version of what occurred?
Yes.
When was that?
Would have been September 26th, about 9, 10 in the morning.
Okay. And when you met him, did you get his side of the story?
Yes.
Okay. And what did he tell you?
Well, he told me a lot. You want me to?
Just about the incident.
He was at the Wells Fargo Bank recording the bank robbery. He said he was behind police lines. He said he was under better cover than the deputy. Taking cover in the entryway to the CenturyLink building. Deputy Patterson had told him to move. We confirmed where the building was.
When he told you that he was confirming that Deputy Patterson had told him to move, did he give an explanation about why he didn't?
Yeah, I believe so. Because he said he had the legal right to be there, basically, and he was acting as a journalist.
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustained.
Besides that indication, did he have anything else to say about the incident?
So Deputy Patterson did tell him to move. He told Deputy Patterson he was in a safe place. And I'm quoting, he said, then Deputy Patterson went apeshit on me.
I walked up and I recorded, and he turned around and told me to move. Then he went apeshit on me.
He grabbed Hall and started to forcibly move him.
Okay, what do you mean by apeshit? He started approaching me, cussing me, and then he grabbed me. He started to forcefully move me and cock his fist back at me like he was going to punch me.
Hall asked Deputy Patterson to identify himself, and Hall was pushed and stumbled back behind the vehicle. Deputy Patterson grabbed him and said he was under arrest. He asked Deputy Patterson why he was under arrest.
Then he twisted me, and then he turned me, and then he was cussing at me, and then he was moving back, and I asked him to identify himself, and he identified himself on the tape.
Told him for interference. Mr. Hall said interfering with what? He said Deputy Patterson then pulled out his taser, held it to his chest.
And he goes, "You're under arrest," and I go, "Under arrest for what?" And he goes, "Interference," and I'm flat-handed. I'm going, "Interfering with what?" And he pulls out his taser and he puts it in my chest.
Mr. Hall said he had a heart condition, and then Trooper Hughesby arrived.
Did he mention anything about? So you just testified that he heard Deputy Patterson tell him to move. Did he say why he refused to move?
Said he was under better cover than the deputy.
Do you object to that answer?
No.
Okay.
He was covering the bank, and I was behind the police line, safely behind the police line, and under better cover than him.
Nothing further.
Ms. Long?
Just to clarify, when my client said that he told Deputy Patterson that he had a heart condition and problems and it wouldn't be good to be tased, correct?
Yes.
And when you met with my client, did he appear to suffer from any health issues when you saw him?
Yes.
He was sitting in his car and he was on oxygen, correct?
Yes.
My client was really upset when he was talking to you about being roughed up, correct?
Yeah, I think he was a little upset.
Nothing further.
Redirect?
No.
Thank you. Okay. Next witness.
With Trooper Jace Hughesby.
Come on up and have a seat, and you can just move the chair forward or back. Say your name, spell your last name only.
My name is Jace Hughesby. My last name is spelled Huseby.
Mr. Dietrich.
Hey. Good afternoon, Trooper Hughesby.
Afternoon.
You were at the Wells Fargo bank robbery situation on September 13th of 2024, is that correct?
Yes.
And what was your role there?
So when I arrived on scene, I assisted with traffic control, state security, and then I later helped with making entry into the bank.
Okay, and I guess right when you were about to make entry, I guess you had to go and assist a Deputy Travis Patterson, is that correct?
Yes.
And I guess you had some body cam that you were wearing during that incident?
Yes.
This is going to be State's Exhibit 4.
Any objection to States 4?
No.
That's admitted and you can publish.
What's that?
We want to go that way.
Ow! What is your name? Move! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
You want the shield or? The shield.
Oh, I thought you had your rifle.
I do have the rifle, but I downgraded.
Okay. All right. That'll work. You got a shield? I'll do the handcuffing.
Hey, you lay your hands off me, Tyler. Lay your hands off me.
211, I need cover.
He got hands on him.
211, I need cover.
Go ahead.
Go, Jason. .211 has a disturbance. 1725 is backing up.
Travis, let it go. Let it go. I'm behind the police. Let it go. He's Travis, by the way. Keep behind the truck. Yeah.
All right. One. Kurt, still in the same spot? Still in the same spot?
Yeah.
Let them know that we're going to be entering to stay up against that wall.
Before you got the call there, I guess over the radio, and you heard the scuffling, what were you guys about to do?
Are you talking like before?
You started running back towards Deputy Patterson's position.
What were we going to do after that?
No, what were you?
It's irrelevance, Your Honor.
Overruled. What they were going to do prior to him running to
Yes,
back up Deputy Patterson. What was the plan?
I think it was just to make entry into the bank.
Okay.
I think I'm understanding your question.
Yes, that was my question.
Okay.
And so when you ran back, did entry have to be delayed?
I would believe so.
All right. When you got back there, exactly what was the situation with Patterson and him? You had him immediately go to his truck and stand guard again.
You talking about, okay, so when I ran over to help Deputy Patterson after I called for cover, what was my role? Just based on what I had observed, I just told him to let it go, and then I ran back to my post.
Okay. How come you didn't assist him in executing an arrest real quick and then going back?
From my perspective, only my perspective of what I had observed, I didn't believe that Jeff was doing anything illegal.
You weren't back in that area, though?
No, I was up at the bank.
Were you aware of, at the time, what Deputy Patterson was instructing him to do?
I believe from what I had heard was he was telling him to get back or something along those lines.
Okay. But you weren't aware of what was happening in the back?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
Sustained.
Leading where? Were you aware of what was happening in the back when you were up near the bank?
I had heard the commotion.
Right. And then you went back there.
Yes.
And you said, based off of what you knew, for him to go back to his post, then you went back.
Mm-hmm.
So were you aware of the discussion going on back there of Deputy Patterson asking him to move?
Like I said, I'd heard him tell him to get back, and then I, saw that Patterson had put hands on him and then called for cover, and then I went to help.
Okay. Nothing further.
Ms. Long?
Thank you. I have just a couple, Trooper. When you arrived, you saw that Deputy Patterson had my client pressed up against a vehicle with a taser pressed against my client's chest, correct?
Yes.
And you told Deputy Patterson to let go because you didn't think Hall was committing a crime, but you just thought that my client was being an annoyance, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Any redirect?
I'd move to strike the officer's opinion as to what the law is.
Objection.
I don't think overruled. He didn't say what the law was.
You didn't think he was committing a crime?
No, I didn't think he was committing a crime.
So have you ever had to tell someone to move?
Objection, Your Honor.
I can impeach my own witness.
Overruled.
Have I ever instructed somebody to move?
Yeah. Tell me to move.
I've told people to move, yes.
And when they don't, what do you do?
I don't think I've had anybody tell me no.
Okay. So ask me to move, and I'll tell you no.
Objection, Your Honor.
Move.
The basis?
Well, I mean, he's argumentative.
Sustained.
Okay, let's say you have someone that says no, and you believe that there's a safety risk.
I'm going to object, Your Honor. What's the relevance of this?
Overruled. It goes to it came in his opinion that he hadn't committed a crime. He's allowed to explore it.
Okay. I'm going to try to answer your question, but I'm trying to answer it in a way that makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, on a traffic stop, sometimes there's this thing called a reasonable arc of movement. Okay. Usually at the end of the first contact with somebody, we will say, "Please stay in the car." Now, if they get out of the car, I don't have anything to shove them back into the car. I might tell them to get back in the car, and they might. But as far as me putting my hands on them and forcing them back in their vehicle or placing them under arrest, well, that wouldn't work.
What do you mean it wouldn't work?
It wouldn't be justified.
Okay. If there was a public situation where you thought someone could be in harm or you had concerns about their location and you told them to move, you would never actually make them move.
I might explain to them the situation and why it would be a bad idea to stand there, but I don't know if yeah.
What if they were standing in a crime zone, like a crime scene?
I don't really know how to answer your question.
If someone was standing in a crime scene and you gave them a lawful order to move and they didn't, you wouldn't do anything.
I would probably ask a more senior officer.
And if that senior officer physically made a move, you would think that was wrong.
I think it's just based on the totality of the circumstances.
Okay, from your perspective.
I don't know how to answer your question. I'm sorry.
I know you don't. Thank you.
Are we done?
I just have one follow-up question.
Okay.
Mr. Trooper, when you arrived on this scene, did it appear that Deputy Patterson had really amped up the situation?
I think, I'm not exactly sure like the timing of when I arrived and Deputy Patterson arrived, because I parked my car over at, like, I think it was by 3rd and Main, and Patterson was over by 4th and Main. But yeah, it was just kind of like I started hearing yelling coming from behind me at an odd time.
And the person who had hands on another person in a taser, that was Deputy Patterson in control of my client, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Is he released?
Yes.
Okay, you're good to go.
We're going to go ahead and do our last witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Come on up and around the side of the table. And then look at the clerks and raise your right hand.
Under penalty of perjury, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Okay. Can you say your name, spell your last name only?
Patricia Archambault, Archambault.
I apologize if I messed that up. Good afternoon, Miss Archambault. Archambault?
Archambault.
Archambault. Were you around for that, I guess, bank robbery in 2024?
Yes.
Where were you when that was happening?
I had just gotten off for work and walked over toward the Safeway store to kind of look to see what was going on.
Okay. And what was going on?
Well, at that time it was pretty quiet. There was several people standing around, and the officer that was standing there to keep people back was...
Okay. At any point were you directed to stay back?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you witness anything between a Mr. Hall and an officer?
Yes.
What did you witness?
The officer had asked him several times to step back like he did the rest of us, and he wouldn't, and he probably 4 or 5 times at least asked him to step back.
And what did this Mr. Hall gentleman say?
He informed the officer that he didn't have to because he was behind the police line.
He was covering the bank, and I was behind the police line, safely behind the police line, and under better cover than him.
Okay. And what happened next?
That's when the officer tried to physically get him to step back, and he was videoing the whole thing, and Mr. Hall was resisting moving back like he'd been asked.
Okay. Is this all happening right at that opening of the little door at the CenturyLink building?
It was back of that, so west of that, but that's where Mr. Hall went to stand, saying he was safe standing in there.
Okay. What happened after that?
Basically, shortly after that is when the camera was turned toward me by Mr. Hall, and he wanted to know what my name was because he was going to have
Objection,
me.
Your Honor, relevance.
What the defendant asked her.
Sustained. Let's move on.
Let it go. I'm behind the police line. Travis, by the way.
You behind the truck.
Yeah, by the way, Travis, you're losing your job over this. I'm guaranteeing it. What is your name, good gentleman? You are the witness.
I'll be a witness for him.
Okay.
Did you see any resistance by Mr. Hall?
Yes.
What specifically did you see?
Basically, he was just pushing back against the officer.
Okay. How long was he pushing back?
Probably 5-10 minutes.
Was Deputy Patterson using any aggressive, forceful means on Mr. Hall?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
You rephrase into non-leading.
Did the officer apply any force?
Other than trying to move the gentleman back, there wasn't anything violently physical.
When you were instructed to leave that area that Mr. Hall was standing in as well, right? Why did you leave?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustained.
Do you know that little corner we're talking about
Yes.
with the brick?
Yes.
Did you feel that was a safe spot for yourself to be in?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustained.
From where you were at, was there a direct line to Wells Fargo?
Yes.
that went into that little crevice?
I would think so, yes.
When you were standing there from that perspective, did you feel like that was within a line of fire from anyone at the bank?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Overruled? You can answer.
I would have thought it could have been, yes.
And is that location where you're judging from where you were standing the same as where Mr. Hall was standing?
No, because I was back behind the vehicles that the officer asked us to move back to.
Okay. Did the defendant say anything else to you?
Other than asking for my name?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustained.
All right. Thank you. Nothing further.
Just a sec. Ms. Long?
Yes, thank you. Ms. Archambault, is that right? Archambault? I tried to write it phonetically so I'd remember. I just want to clarify, you were behind the vehicle, and which wasn't very far from basically the doorway in the brick building, correct?
Probably a quarter of a block away from it, yes.
So I'm confused because we watched video and it showed you kind of like you were behind the red vehicle, is that correct?
Well, it was a pickup that he asked us to step behind, yes.
Okay. And that was very close to where my client was?
Well, I would say the back of that pickup was lined up to the west side of the building where it ends.
Okay. And you were present when Deputy Patterson put a taser to my client's chest?
I didn't see a taser.
And the vehicle that you went behind, the pickup truck, was behind Deputy Patterson's patrol vehicle?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Anything else?
No.
Is she excused?
Yes.
Do you object?
No.
Thank you. Mr. Dietrich, anything else?
Nope. State's going to move to rest.
Your Honor, I have a matter for the court.
After the state and defense rested their case, Hugh Janis motioned for dismissal, but was denied. Afterwards, the state and defense argued jury instructions and closing arguments.
A person commits the crime of interfering with a peace officer if the person, knowing that another person is a peace officer, knowingly refuses to obey a lawful order by the peace officer. To establish the crime of interfering with a peace officer, the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt the following elements. The act occurred on or about September 13th of 2024. Jeffrey Hall knowingly refused to obey a lawful order by the peace officer to move to a safer location during a bank robbery, and Jeffrey Hall knew that Deputy Patterson was a peace officer.
The six of you get to decide what happened on September 13th, 2024. Not an overzealous, angry sheriff's deputy who had 73 days of experience and too much aggression and too much power. That's not who gets to decide. That's you. We can take our phones and we can video the cop, and they do not have the right to lay hands on us, to shoot us, to tase us, to cuff us. Deputy Patterson didn't have that right on the 13th. Why? Because he had not given a lawful order. Because let's make it really clear what we're not here about. My client's not charged with resisting arrest. He's charged with interfering with a peace officer. That means that the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that my client refused the lawful order. And it's not just any order. It's the order that he refused to move to a safer place during a bank robbery. That's illusory. That is made up. That's not what Travis Patterson was ordering. He was ordering him to move, but not for my client's safety. He just wanted to disrupt him from videotaping him. Because think about it. Look at the evidence. You have the law enforcement. They are parked near this brick building. They have a pickup where civilians, more than one, are behind. Are those civilians secured? No. Are they being monitored? No, there's no evidence to that. Is there any evidence that anybody else in law enforcement is watching them to make sure that they don't just wander out into the road, that they continue up the road, that they go towards Wells Fargo Bank? No. Is that area safer than where my client was? No. My client is in a doorway in a brick building. Is that safe? Yes. Who told us that? Deputy Patterson. But he decides to flip the switch when my client didn't want to obey his order. Not a lawful order, just an order. And you have to make that distinction because the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, beyond a moral certainty, that it was safer. They haven't shown that. Their own witness has testified that my client was safe where he was. You can refuse a law enforcement order. You can. I don't care what the state tells you. Deputy Patterson didn't like it. He doesn't like somebody refusing his order. Watch the body cam. Look at the evidence. Chief Deputy District Attorney acts like that screenshot is taken out of context. How can this be taken out of context when Deputy Patterson said he didn't want to lose his ring? He wanted a fight. That's what he wanted. Bullies like this want to bully. Put him in a uniform, give him a gun. That's what he wanted that day. And unfortunately, my client was exercising his right to be an American. You can hear it on the video. My client's not a quiet guy. But everything that he was doing was within his rights. If Deputy Patterson was so concerned about this bank robbery, why didn't he de-escalate the situation? All he did was escalate it. Now, I'm not asking you to find my client not guilty because Deputy Patterson is a bully and a jerk. I'm asking you to find my client not guilty because that's the only just resolution, because the state has failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that my client was given a lawful order. They have also failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that my client's reactions to this aggressive deputy were anything more than passive resistance. So I ask you again to return the only just verdict. Don't let this stand. Find my client not guilty. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Long. Final comments, Mr. Dietrich.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. This is my chances to rebut some stuff that came out. Some concerning language there. Aggressive deputy, de-escalate the situation, a bully, he's a bully, a lot of character attacks, a lot of attacks. The only thing that Deputy Patterson is probably liable for is that he was a food. That's what we call someone who's new. Because any veteran often would have the defendant on the ground in 20 seconds and would have had him in the back of their patrol car. It would have been done. No, Deputy Patterson's only mistake is he tried to de-escalate. He tried to talk with someone who you can't talk to, someone who you can't ration with, someone who you can't have a reasonable conversation with, someone who won't listen, someone who won't comply. No, a veteran officer, he would have calmly went over there, had him on the ground in 20 seconds, and he would have been in a vehicle. This would have been gone, done. His problem was he was too nervous.
Objection, Your Honor. Assumes facts, not evidence.
Overruled.
He was too nervous. He was
trying to de-escalate. And where did it get him? 5 minutes of back and forth with someone he couldn't argue with or logic with.
Don't resound.
All it got him was a breach that had to be delayed. So, the comments that he's the bully, that he's an aggressive deputy, I just don't see it. State sees someone that should have had him on the ground within 20 seconds. There was no reason for this. Going back to, what's your badge number? 211 Patterson. Why are you even talking to this person? Put him on the ground. Do your job. Control the situation. There's a bank robbery going on, and you're playing pity patty tomato whatever child game on the street with some guy trying to film stuff. He should have done his job. He should have done it aggressively. I wanted to point out, because that's a false narrative, that he's a bully that wants to bully people. He's a timid guy who didn't know how to handle someone who refused to leave 10 feet back. That's why we should never call someone like Patterson a bully. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to bring in the jury, Mr. Hall. Obviously, I have no idea what the verdict is. When I actually have the paper in my hand, if you and your lawyer could please stand. And it's obviously inappropriate to have any kind of reaction, either positive or negative, okay? All right. We'll go ahead and get our jurors. Okay, juror 97, you look like foreperson. Is that accurate?
Yes.
It reads, we, the jury, find the defendant as to count 1, interfering with the peace officer, guilty, and signed and dated. You can be seated. Was this a unanimous verdict? Does everyone agree? Everyone shaking their head yes? Everyone agrees it's a unanimous verdict? Okay.
Hugh was convicted, and sentencing was set for a later date. However, later that night, his defense attorney identified that the jury had been instructed using outdated statutory language. The template used by the district attorney's office stated that a person is guilty if they refuse to obey a lawful order. But a 2021 update to the statute requires proof that the defendant intentionally or knowingly prevented an officer from performing lawful duties. The phrase, refused to obey a lawful order, was removed from the statute. District Attorney Aubrey Olson claimed the error was caused by a software template that had not been updated to reflect the statutory change. And because jeopardy had already attached, the court was forced to throw his conviction and dismissed the case with prejudice. If it weren't for double jeopardy, Hugh would have faced up to 364 days in jail and a $6,250 fine. Hugh Janis now plans to file a lawsuit against Deputy Patterson. I've attached his fundraising website below if you'd like to help him make that possible.